Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm recording this before I go out to the shop where I need to get a book so I can flip through it for your sneaky peeks. I will be doing that just in a little bit. Okay, it's kind of like uh, Stamperia Day and Purple Day. So, what it is, I'm going to be making a few really easy pockets and things I've seen, and I'm going to show you my plans for my farm journal over there. I have this for the sneaky peek, and I have a few paper bag journals to show you at the end. Okay, so this is just a simple paper, a pretty paper that I got. I don't know if it's considered a one-page wonder. It's got that real pretty butterfly on the back, and I put an insert behind him so he stands out. I've got Life is Sweeter with Friends Like You. And I have a little Velcro closure here, just a little simple tab thing it pulls over. This is this is 6, and then it's like 2 and an eighth here for this pocket. And I made it a gusseted pocket. I got little thingies on there where it could hold a lot. I've got a pretty doily inside, and I sprayed it and put a couple die cuts on it. And it's got an envelope from my wedding. I took it and I actually opened both of the ends. I secured it shut and opened both ends so you could stick something in there. I tied it with, some floss because there wasn't really much in here. And here's the end that had some pretty on it. You can see the lace there, and I have a whole bunch of those envelopes and stationery left. I got to start using them. Maybe that'll be a project for us in the future. And then with the piece that I cut off, since this was only 6, I made a tuck here for you to put things. And as you can see on the background, I did some stenciling. So, a little simple booklet. You could send it in the mail. You could put it in your journal if you want to. It's very thin for a booklet, So, let me know, let me know. All right. So, I saw this on Gayle's page, or her YouTube, and she's going through and picking stuff out for her, her retreat journals. She goes through all of these boxes of stuff. I call them treasure because I'm always finding something in there I love. So I took this one page of Stamperia from out of here, and it was very plain. It just had that on one side and that on the other. So I cut them at 7. They're cut at 7, and I made them 6 tall. I think you can choose the height that you want them to be. Well, for this one, I scored it at 3 inches. And these, I believe, are that's the inside one. So when you do the outside one, you want to rotate your color if it's made like this, or if it's just a whole nother color scheme altogether. And then this one is scored at 2. So 7 inches by 6, score 1 at 2, and score 1 at 3. And you put them together like this. You can put a little dab of glue down in there, or you can just glue along your top edges, which you'd probably want to do because they're tucks for little tags, journal cards, whatever. Now, she rounded all the edges, so that I'm going to do that. I really like that look. So you just go in here with your corner rounder, or you could cut them at an angle. If you don't have a rounder, you can always cut them like you would do a tag, just nip off the little end. A lot of times, I think, is it Tracy Fox that does that? Or Shabby Dabby Doo Dot. One of them does that. No, I think it's Rachel at Roxy Creations. Still, I've watched a lot of people over my days. Okay, so we have all these little pieces laying around here, and what we're going to do, we're just going to glue this together, and I'm going to show you how it works. And I had to really pay attention to how wide it was going to be. So altogether, it's 5 inches. And more than likely, you're going to want to put it on the right page of your journal, so you can have things hanging out, kind of a situation. Well, I think I'm going to glue it like this. I'm going to put it together, and I'm just going to run my glue bead down that side and up this side. And thank you, everybody, for coming to visit and seeing what I'm doing on this auspicious day. I really, really hope that there are some good commercials in the Super Bowl lineup. I don't really care about the playing. I want to see the commercials, especially the Budweiser one. I always love the horses. I love horses anyway. I used to ask for one every Christmas, every birthday. Never got one. So I would draw them. That was my way of getting around it. So I would draw them. And really, I actually made one out of clay, I think, in 3rd grade, too. So, you know, there's different ways to get around to what you want. All right. I think we also played with them. We had a bunch of, plastic animals and stuff me and my brother would play. All right, there you go. That's it. Now you can decorate it. You can do some fancy little beautiful gold edging or something on here. Maybe with the paint thing where I do it like that on the edges. Since it's got like a, rococo look to it. You also have the option of finding something to go on here. Okay, I'm looking in my book here, and I think I really like this. I was going to pick one of these where it stuck out just a little bit, but I think I really like that instead. So let's cut that out real quick. We're going to have a little bit left over for something we might want to do later on. But for right now, we're cutting this out. And I want to apologize for my last video. I'm going to be posting it today, actually. But I think I had went down too far on the what you call it, the arm went down too far or something, or I zoomed in for you and I forgot to zoom out again. So some of my stuff I was cutting off the screen, and I know you like to see it, so bad girl. I was bad. All right, I'm going to take this little guy that's already cut out, and I'm going to stick him in here. Now this is probably going to go in my purple journal that I've got going at some point in time. Now see, yeah, it probably only needed a little bit of something, so we are going with this. You can also add your own laces to this. You can dude it up all you want to. Now let's throw us a little bit of our glue on here and get this set down in stone. And basically that's what it is. It's getting set in stone. Oh, it's a nasty rainy day here today. So I called Mom and asked her if she wanted to go out with me. We'll go out and get us a little bit of something to eat and go by the shop and leave our goodies and just have a different day. Got a little bit trim in there, and we are done. And you would stick your little goodies in here just like this. Or this. See, now that one sticks out just about perfect. Where you know it's in there, but it's not taking up the whole kit and caboodle, Or you could do it that way. If that's what you want, one big goodie in there, that's all you need to have. But, yeah, when you have leftover pieces like this, now see, this is where I had cut this off. I had this left over, so this can be cut down and made into a tag where it could stick out. But I think it's going to be too blendy. So we'll do something else with that later for the purple journal. But there's one down. Let me stick this out of the way. I just wanted you to see where I had gotten the stuff that I was using. This is Carrie the Crafter. He had put a video out where he was showing all these neat things. Now, this is how I drew it up in my little book or on my sketch pad or something. But this is basically what it is. It's 2 pieces. Now, he had cut at a certain number down through here. And on one of them, I wanted to catch a certain little focal point, so I went higher. So this one is 4.5, and I think on another one I may have went 5, but it doesn't matter. As long as you have a slope like this, you're good, because what's going to happen is you score it at 3, 6, and 9. And then you do your stair-step fold, or whatever you want to call it. And, oh yeah, he cut his at 4. I cut mine at 4.5. That was what? Yeah. So anyhow, what you would do is it will wrap around. Let me find. I never did get to finish my journal here. I haven't stamped in it or anything yet. But what you would do is you'd go in here to a page, and you would put it in like that. And you can actually glue it down, like glue it here and here. You have a tuck, and then it's going to flip out for you here, like that. Or you could actually glue this here and here on this front one and have a pocket. Something that would go down in there like that. Now, I chose to get those little flat magnets. And I put a magnet on the back side here and on the back side here. And then I was able to put it anywhere in my journal and it would snap shut. I have that in one of my videos. I can't remember which journal I did that in. But I really like that look and idea of it. I cannot remember what this paper was. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Any Stamperia is gorgeous. I don't think it could go wrong. But yeah, it had the beautiful writing in it. Now, sometimes your writing might be upside down, but like you can't really notice. So yeah, that I made 4 of them that day. And this is one of the plainer papers that was in that pad. But yeah, or was that another pad? I can't remember. That may have been another pad. I think the colors are off. All right. Well, I want to show you. There was another one he did that day, and I need to get me some paper. Okay, naughty me. I forgot to explain. What you want to do is have your 12 by 12. And this is a one-page wonder kind of a deal. You're going to have your 12 by 12. And I measured down 4.5. He measured down 4. So he had a steeper ramp on his. And then you go 4.5 up on this side. And then you're going to make a mark from one 4.5 mark to the other and cut it. And that's all you have to do. I'm sorry I didn't explain that. I didn't realize until, of course, I'm jumping to the next thing. Rush ahead, Rhoda. Oh, you know. Okay, so I will put this back in here for another day. I need to make more of those. That's a good stash builder right there. And you want a 2-sided paper for a good bit of these projects I'm showing you. Because like with this one was easy to remember. So this, I could make 4 out of the one page because it was 4 cubes of 6. So I cut this at 6 that way, and then I cut it at 6 this way. And then what you do is, because you've got the 2-sided paper, you can fold it like this. You score it at 2. And then you're going to want to, you know, round it or make it a little attractive in some way. So, you go in there and you just round your corners. And I always think it gives it a better appearance. But then you just glue it here and here. So let me get the glue out again. And you just go up here like this. And, oop, I got something on the end of my nose there. Oh, good enough, right? Good enough. And so I chose to have the wood on the top side here. And of course, this is another situation where you want to do some kind of decorating on the top here. And then you're going to have a journal card or something that tucks inside. And isn't that cute? These are things that could be pre-made. And they don't have to have anything else to go. You can tuck them in a pocket or you can glue them down. It's either way you want to go about it. So this one, I decided to have the wood grain inside. And then I'm going to bring it around this way so the lighter sticks up. Now this combination I would not have put together front and back. I love this little wallpaper guy. So if you didn't like the purple as much, you could do the wallpaper side and that would be better. So yeah, that's all you got to do with that. I think I had mentioned I was going to try to show y'all some easy pockets. And I still got some more, so I don't know whether I should call this Easy Pockets 1. And then I'll go and do a few more, or what? So that might be what we do. So those 2 are done. Now I actually I could make 2 more out of what I cut off over there, but we're moving on. We're moving on. All right, get that out of the way. Now, this is Gayle's. And that was Carrie's idea, those 2 there I just showed you. This is Gayle's woven pocket I mentioned the other day. And I was trying to explain how it worked. Now, I had 2 of these left over from our first cut over there. The little 4 tucky thing. So, and then I cut this off of the front cover just so I could have something. Because there wasn't really anything there that I could use. Maybe the lace, but, you know. So, let's see. We're going to put these together. I think it goes like this. You want to use at least 2 different patterns. And see, I have 2 on this one that I can use. So, one you will go under here like that. Is that going to be... It's not going to be enough contrast, is it? So, let's go with the dark side. Going to the dark side, guys. Save me. All right, now... you're doing like a woven thing, so you're going to go the opposite on that side, and see, that's your woven pocket. Now, to glue this little baby together, if you would rather go 1 step at a time, you can go and do this here. Would probably be the easiest way to do your short sides. Oops. Okay, and put those 2 together, meet them up at the corner, and line them up, and then push them down. Of course, I got glue everywhere. All right, next step, we're going to go in with this one. This one's going to be on top, so you're going to do a little glue right here, and then a glue right there. And meet up your corner. Sorry for my shaking. And then you're going to want to pay attention. You don't want to go over that. You got to leave that little hole there. So these were cut at 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. And you wanted the 4 pieces. Of course, I done skipped by that, haven't I? I think I'm a little too close there. Okay, now your next step is to weave it the other way. In this way, I think I messed up. Now, if you do, this is a good troubleshooter. If you do get a little too close, just go in there, maybe on the bottom one. And God, I can't get my finger to stop shaking. And cut you a little wedge off of it. I already got a piece of something stuck on there. Okay, because you only need it to go up to there. There. Now, oh yeah, as long as it's swinging back and forth, you're good. Now, this part might be a little trickier because you've got this side to do, and you're going to have the other corner to do. So, let's get this one on first. And then we'll manhandle the other one. So, pull him up. Get your corners matched. And then if you have to trim off or whatever, you can. Sometimes you do. It just, you just can't get it straight. You can actually make your items over just a tad. So you can have the option of trimming off. Now what you want to do is we're going to do the same thing. That's not sticking over, so I can do that. And then I can do that. So, I did glue just a wee bit too drunkenly. But what we'll do now is we'll get in here with our cutter. Going to use my little tonic Tim Holtz cutter that Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy sent me. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. And we're going to get in here and we're going to straighten up, especially this corner right here, or this side. It looks horrible. Now you're going to match your goodie up at the bottom. And I think that is what we want. Oh, yep, I think that got it. Yep, close enough. Now this one I see it's sticking over just a little bit. And trim that off. How about that one? I think that one's straight. Yeah, I think that one's straight. What about this one? He seems to be straight. That one still looks crooked to me, especially the bottom area. All right. Let me make it. Ugh, all right. That should done it. Yeah. Okay. So what you're wanting to do now is just take some scrap, or the way she did it, she had these little pieces left over. Now that's a little bit too big, but see, it's going to be it's going to be something where you take the two light ones and tuck them into the dark areas. Like here's one, here's one, here's one, and here's one. So since this is a light background, you'd want to tuck the dark one, and it's going to stand out because you're going to cut this down a whole lot more. And then for the dark one, you go for a light background like that, which I could cut this down. Yeah, let me get this back in here. So let me cut this down and I'll show you. I need to go at least that much more off of here, so it'll slide easy. Now I'll keep this for some scrap. And then this is, what is that? Is that 6 inches? Yeah, so we'll go 3 and 3. Where's 3 inches? There we go. Like that. So we got at least 2. And we're going to cut our tops off. And I'm going to cheat and just use my little credit card cutter. If I can get it straight. There and there. I moved it, sorry. But I guess you get the drift. You get the drift. So this is how it's going to look. You're going to go dark, or light to dark, or dark to light. There we go. It gives you a better idea. Now you can make them really long so it goes all the way back in there, or you could just leave it tucked like that. Now, I don't know that there would be decorating on this. Maybe you decorate your actual little tags there, because they are what's going to stick out. Then when you actually glue it down to your page, you can glue it in a U-glue and make it into a pocket or a side pocket, either way you want to go. So, Gayle's woven pockets. There we go. Now, my last thing I wanted to show you is my picks for my farm journal. So let me get that pulled over here and we'll look through, and I'll just kind of show you. I don't know if you want to see what I'm going to do. Or I mean, see it being made is what I meant. This, of course, we made it the other day, so you know what this is. That's the little pull out from the file folder. That turned out kind of cute. I love all the chickens. And I got somebody said they were sending me a pig napkin. So I'll be waiting for that. Now that's that little piece that I tore out of this one. But of course this will be used interspersed all through there. Actually, I pulled it out from right there, didn't I? No, that's not it. All right, I found this in my fabric. The cow jumping over the moon. So I'm going to see about making a pocket or something in there with it. I don't think I can use these two because you can't really, you can see that cow pretty good. But this cow, he's cut off either way. So I don't know if he's going to get used. Then I found this truck and farmhouse fabric that I believe may be what the cover may be made out of. The front cover. And then I have a pig fabric that I found. And that may be the inside of the cover. Now, the cover is going to be made out of a piece of, let me find it. It's down in here. It's going to be a piece of, oops, where did I put it? Oh, I didn't even pull it over here, sorry. It's a lasagna box. Now, I made this before on one of my other journals. I think it was my little Christmas one here. And see how it kind of poofs out? It's got a little movement to it. And you can see the box right down in there. And all I did is I sewed the front and back covers, zigzag stitched it all along there and just encased this inside. And then I had already formed my scores where the bend would be, and I really loved how that worked out. Yeah, that's really one of my most favorite ones I did, and the easiest as well. So you can see, I don't know if you can see in here, I'd scored it at first at 3/4, and then I went on out. I actually scored a couple times, so it's going to give me more of a bend. So actually it's bending right now for me. So that's how I'm going to do the cover. And then I may be putting things on top of it as well. So that's that part. And then this is the bag that I had started. So it's got a lot of little thises and that's in it. I see a squirrel down in here. I've got some of these numbers, like price tag numbers. I've not used them. I'm going to see if I can. I think my friend Andrea sent me this. It's a little stamp. I think that's who sent me that. Now, I made this a while back. I don't know if it's going to fit this journal or not. And it was for, you know, it's a pocket. So this is supposed to come out. Has a little truck, but it's something about fall time. And this is actually more of a planting journal than it is a fall journal. So I may be sticking this aside. It's kind of tight too. And using it another time. See, I even had stuff in there. So yeah. I got a feeling this is going to go back in the bin, even though it's got a hay bale. And then I had this little guy with his post with different directions. He's going to Paris and London, Hawaii. Yeah, I think that's all I had in there. Yeah, that has to go to the wayside. Wrong journal. And I did have this made up. This is a, what did I call it? These are barn door belly bands. And this one's like a Z fold. And anyway, that's going to go in. I've got this to go in, which is an X belly band made like a barn door. So that's going in there. I had a few little stickers and things. A few words. I've got this napkin. And, of course, I've got a few things with trucks. I've got that, and then I've got this bag, which can be cut down to go in the journal. And I might, like, decorate the bottom here, make that like tiny tuck, or cut this in here where it's a deeper pocket all the way down. And then I'd have the pocket up here. So that's probably what I'll do with that. Now this I put in here, I don't know if it really fits either, but it does have a few flowers on it. But this is Scrapbooking with Me, her sailor hat tuck. So we'll see if it goes. I don't know if the colors even go. I have a die cut of trees I'll figure out how to use somehow. I had like a black and white gingham check, which might be good with the cows in some way. And then I had this, which was left over from one of my paper pads, and I made recipe books out of it. So I'm thinking of putting that in the very center of one of the signatures to hide the strings, you know. And then I would have it sealed shut in some way. Maybe a piece of Velcro or a tuck or something that would go in. Something like that. Alright, so that's my plans for that. Let me get this back in here. Now I'll show you the papers I chose. I'm just kind of giving you a visual, and then I'll probably put it together on my own, because I don't know if you want to see me doing the papers and all that. You may want to see the cover. Now this was just a piece of like wrapping paper or something, and I tried to print on it. You can see the wheel hoe up here, and there was cabbage somewhere. Cabbage there, but it didn't, it's like it sucked in every bit of the ink from my printer. It even messed it up just a little bit. So this is sort of going to be like dirty, grungy, you know, because he's out in the dirt all the time. So that's basically one of the pages. Then I have these two that this was a stamp off sheet. And I thought, well, maybe I could use it because it looks like, you know, dry, crusty earth. So that's a possibility too. This was my stamp off sheet from long ago. but it has all kinds of stuff on it. I don't know if that can be used. There's a stencil that I had, and I thought about using this. This is some more of that paper. Actually, it's a different paper, it feels like. But I thought I would do my stamp or my stencil here and just do it in the center of here and then cut it down to where I need it to be. Maybe rip or tear or glue or something, and have that on there. And then I've got this, which is deli paper, I think. And I don't know if I tea-dyed it or somebody else tea-dyed it for me. But I thought that was an interesting paper to put in there. Deli, food, cold meat. Somebody gave me a few of these. Well, that's actually a tag. But a few of these little tiny envelopes and pocket kind of deals. Glassine pocket. So there's a spring fling that I bought. It's like 7 or 8 pages. And BJ Palant made it, and it's from Scrapbooking with Me. It's one of the digitals you can buy. But it had a small page of seed packets and this big one. And these will fit just right. So, especially this one. This one's perfect. And so is the tag. So, all of those will fit. I may even cut a few more tags or figure out other way to use this. This is part of the ephemera. It's not really paper. But I have them sort of all through here. And here is some of the other ones. I'm trying to keep them straight for you. This is Flower Market Blue. And it's by the Journal Boat. And she may be the Journal Boater now on Etsy. But I love like the bucket and the barn swallow and the wheelbarrow. Really made me think, now I'm going to cut those white edges and stuff off. I did print these two out. I thought they were going to be on the back side of something, but I can always put them on the back of tags and such because you can still write. More ephemera, which came still. This is the Flower Market Blue. And I love the kitchen soap one, the egg saver, other things. I can always use them somewhere else. The vegetable garden will go definitely. This is about flowers. I don't know what that's about. Agricultural warehouse, that might go too. So there's always something you can use. I've got the diploma here of the horses, that again. The farmer, which he may make it on the front cover, and I love the milk bottles. Plus you have some words. Now here is that one I tried to print on that paper that just didn't work. And it still didn't do as well on here. I don't know. I guess it's just so faded. It was like a background. Now, of course, I put that on there backward. So I think this is where I was going to actually cover it with something here. Some ephemera or something. But I wanted the Elizabeth and her German garden on here. This is from Forest Through the Trees by Wonders by Wink on Etsy. Whoops. I'm trying to find her little goodie here. There we go. That's my design team mama. So I was trying to find a few little things of hers that I could use throughout this journal. It's also got Milton's mulberry tree and planting. It talks about planting as such. Now this, I think I got it for free from Melina Art Design for buying something else. I don't know if the roses will exactly go, but I pulled that anyway just in case. And now these cool things, these are pink monarch prints. And they're like an herbal flashcard, I think they called them. So I thought, well, I can back those on something harder. Some chipboard or something I got around here. And this here is all kinds of tags. There was 2 of them, actually, from Pink Monarch. But I liked this one because it had this. It had the wheelbarrow, the weather vane, the fence. Most of it went really well. Now, I don't know about the chair, but it might make it. It might make it in the cut. This is from The Secret Garden by the Journal Boat. Because I love this image of this guy. He's what made me call it an almanac journal. So I'm also got an almanac Mom gave me out there that I'm going to, in some way, try to incorporate into this journal. I don't really know that anything else on here is going to go. I can just put those in my little box over here and use them at a later date. This is Artie Mays. This is quotes. And I noticed there's one here about the earth and the pace of nature. It's talking a lot about nature and outside and such. So I thought that might go really well for some pages in here. And this is from my what did I do with it? I done buried it. I think it's called Gardenia. Wait a minute. I had it out the other day showing you, but it's Gardenia. It's this book. I've been using it for a long time. I got it because of Mom liking flowers and outside and gardening and stuff. But I got that and I got that. And that's what's here. I got a bigger piece of this as a scrap, so I can use that as a pocket probably. And this is a page, I'm thinking. Now on the back side of this one, it's a two-sided. It's got a dragonfly. So that'll work. I'm okay with that. And this one was a plain one. Because some of these were plain on the back and some of them weren't. Okay. Down to the nitty-gritty. I'm going to show you my paper bag journals. And then we are good to go. So I did this one because I had this paper pad, and been hanging around for too long, called Coffee and Friends. So it had a sticker page, and it had a couple of those pages of the cutouts, they call them. And then I had a few scraps of papers left. So I had enough to do this. Now, as you can see, I've got a cutout here. I've got stickers all around. This was actually down at the bottom of each page. So I cut a few of those out and put through here. And I just pieced it together. So, yeah, you can actually see where I kind of Frankensteined this one a little bit. And then I've got a few of those. That coffee's down in here. Yeah, you perked me up. And then I've got a few pages in here of what was left over, some of the stickers, because I couldn't really get them all in here. So, yeah, here's one of the little hutches, I guess you could serve yourself off of. I thought it turned out really cute. I mean, somebody that really likes coffee may like this. This is actually a little paper clip that's hooked on a belly band. That somebody had made me and sent, but it's got coffee up here and definition of it. And I have a couple of the cutouts in here. One's just, I don't know, Brewmasters, and one says, I can't say that online here. Oh my gosh, I'm not a coffee drinker, so it it doesn't spark my fancy, you know. It's one of those things. This one's got coffee and good friends make for a perfect day. Here's namaste. And it's just, I just try to just load it. I wanted to load it with whatever I had left. So I killed that paper pad. Aren't you proud of me? Aren't you proud of me? Yep, dream big and get a large cup. Oh my gosh, it was just, and this one got two, because I miscounted again. And then I got Life Happens, Coffee Helps. So I thought that one would be a cute one to put out there. It's thick. I got a lot in there. And then we have two Celestial ones. And because I still got at least a pad and a half of this Celestial where I had done that one. Gosh, that one journal. Anyhow, I needed to do a little bit of glitter or something on these front pages. So I had these face jewels that I got last year. I used them on one of my items for Halloween. I think it was a paper bag journal as well. So let me set this one to the side. This one, he's got his extra little moon up here. I did cornstarch it. And then it looks so white back here. Then I got a marker and went in here. So I kind of fixed that. I put a glitter star there. And then it's just, you know, places you can write. That looks like a big planet. Some moon. I didn't do too much in the dark, but like it's got a full moon there you can write in. But there's a pocket here. I didn't always fill the pockets that I've got in here, but they'll figure that out. Like here's another one. And here's I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me dream. Vincent van Gogh. I love his Starry Night. That is one of my favorites. And this has got like the whatever of the moon. Phases of the moon. Here's another big planet. There's a side tuck. Never stop looking up. I thought it would work that way because of looking up. And then in here I've got when it is dark, look for the stars. I've kind of Frankenstein that one together, and I can't remember what else. Oh, just stars and that. And then here's the one with the sun. I also did the little face glitter goodies and another star there. And I tried to go with more lighter colors in here. Now that's another pocket. And then there's a pocket there. Plenty of room to write. That one has Chase Your Dreams, and you can write on it. I don't know, I think that's a real light page there. Some more of those planets. This is a belly band you can tuck something into. And I used, and here's another pocket I did fill. And it's got the little moon that's right there. These are just regular star constellation kind of things. This is just a decoration because I wanted to use those up as well. And that's just a little side card. And that's another pocket down here. And we have more of that. And another one of these pockets. And the moon here as well. And I think these are just more constellations. Mostly I did these with the night sky. Now that one's like a rainbow. So since it's the sun, I thought the rainbow would work. And then you got the planet back here on the back, which I thought went the best with that. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you all my subscribers and viewers for coming by to visit and seeing what I got planned. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get this assembled and put together, and then we may decorate the cover together, and we'll fill it together. How about that? And if you wanted to see this, let me know, and I'll put it on the list of to-dos. I got another one over here I found that I'm going to show you next. I mean, how many of those little one-page wonder guys can you make? I mean, they're just infinite. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. I hope you have better weather than I do. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.